All have it hard. The 96% Muslims by birth rather than conviction, particularly women, and the 1.6% remaining Christians. In extreme regions, full veiling of women and violence at home is commonplace. Honor killings are socially acceptable. Religious tolerance has no meaning for young Pakistanis brought up under the influence of Islamic hate propaganda.
Article 4, 8.
Human rights is guaranteed by law, but the Islamic law or Sharia is the established practice. The so-called blasphemy law, Article 295 of the Pakistani Penal Code, came into effect in 1986. Actual or accused contempt of the Prophet Muhammad may lead to fines or imprisonment. In worst case, the death penalty. This outrageous law makes it, by false accusation, easy to remove religious minorities and or business or political opponents. The Taliban and al-Qaeda want to induce their extremist way of life in Pakistan. I am threatened because I campaigned against Sharia and for persecuted Christians and other minorities. I believe in Jesus Christ, who gave his life for us. I live for the oppressed minorities and suffering people, and I am not afraid to die for them. Shabat Bhakti, the last remaining Christian in Parliament, was murdered in the spring of 2011. Christian mass celebrated in Christian neighborhoods on Sundays, however, are no less loud than those of the minarets. It is obvious that Christians living in such a climate of hate, intolerance, and violence face enormous opposition and difficulty. For the large part, Christians are excluded from housing and job opportunities. Christian converted Muslims receive death threats from their Muslim families. I was a Muslim, but have been a Christian for the past 9 years. My husband and I live incognito. My family has threatened to kill us. Such threats must be taken seriously. Held in a borough where drugs, corruption, and prostitution are plenty, our church services are often disrupted by Muslims. Such disruptions could include arson attacks by angry mobs and radical Islamists. Because of my Christian faith, I was sent to prison twice. My small parish and I are now building a complex to include classrooms. Although this venture is supported and financed by the government, we are being blackmailed and hindered by the Koran school. One Muslim neighbor, however, is in support of us, as our works have a reputation of doing good. The current situation in Pakistan is grim. One of our pastors was recently murdered, whilst others have been in prison and or beaten by police. And the persecution continues.